Good afternoon, Whisperers, and welcome to a special episode of Whispers in a Bottle Grown Talk Cocktail Fridays. I am your host, Sonya LaRae, lifestyle relationship counselor, educator, fashion psychologist, and motivational speaker. Whispers, it is our 1 year anniversary. Yes! Woo! We made it 1 year, guys. Can you believe it? I am so thrilled to say that we are here for one solid year. I have been given dynamic discussions and pouring out to you all every week and just loving it. Now, listen, YouTube, I want you to click that subscribe button. Make sure you like this episode and share it because that is what we're all about here is sharing, pouring in value. Guys, this is not going to be a long video because we're going to be having our live show at 3 p.m. today on Whispers in a Bottle, of course, which is our home station on Blog Talk Radio. You see it at the bottom of the screen right here, right? It's at www.blogtalkradio.com/whispers in a bottle, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I have so many things that are going to be popping off in that show, let alone the champagne is going to be popping too. But today, here with you all, I just want to take you on a little journey of how your fabulous podcast got birthed. And I mean, seriously, this has been something that has been a journey. And this year has really opened me up to so many different things. I don't even think I really expected everything that we are doing, have the success that we're having, the people that are connecting with us. I mean, it is just a dynamic thing. And to be here 1 year is like incredible. So, I have just I'll start like this. I started this whole thing like on Instagram. Of course, La Paz is my company, is the parent company of Whispers in a Bottle, which is what I own and operate. And my mother, who you all hear me speak of all the time, I just adore her. And as you all know, I just recently lost her 7 months ago. Just very suddenly. She was my manager. She was kind of the wind beneath my wings, and she always made sure that I was ready for whatever it was. So in the middle of everything, she comes to me one day, and I was coming on live on my sister page, which is Whispers in a Bottle. And I was giving great information. I was pouring into you all via Instagram. And she says to me, this really should be a podcast, or you should be on a show doing this. And I thought to myself, yeah, like I have that kind of time. I don't think so. And because of how she was and what she was about, and about my brand, my business, what I was developing, she really started to push me a little bit more and pushing me to be like, you know what? You can really do this. I'm telling you, you could really make this into a fabulous podcast. And, I wasn't really sure about it. So, needless to say, I was on Instagram for a while before I ever decided to bring Whispers in a Bottle to podcast. So one afternoon during our meeting, she had stated that she was making the announcement that I was launching my podcast. And I was like, I am, and she was like, yes, you are, because I think if we don't just do it, you're not going to announce this. You're not going to do it. And I was like, okay. So she set forth on what she had as a date. And technically, our anniversary date is October the 2nd. But we really wanted to build this out and have something that we could just pour into, really take this journey of 1 year to this moment that we're having today. So when I started the show, I mean, like literally, I could tell you, like, if you listen to my early broadcast, they are not as smooth as what they've become because it's the learning curve. It's what we're being taught as far as it goes as air personalities. And, I do lectures, I speak, I'm a motivational speaker. So it's different for me to come in because I'm coming in with a different topic every week for you all. And so I had to really sit down and start to develop what is the content? What is the true tone that I wanted Whispers in a Bottle to have? So I guess some of you are probably wondering, well, what in the world does the name Whispers in a Bottle mean? So this is it. It's an old Irish folklore that seamen used to go out into off to sea, and because they weren't sure if they were going to come back or make it back safely, they would write a message of hope and place it in a bottle and throw it out into the ocean to carry their message far and wide. So, which in turn made me think about what I wanted to do with regards to Whispers in a Bottle. This is my proverbial bottle that I'm placing my message in, which is the airwaves, and which is this fabulous YouTube connection that we have together. And I'm placing my words and throwing it out into the airwaves, carrying my message far and wide. So I'm excited to do it every week. I love our safe zone. I love being in this area and to be able to really tap into my expertise as a counselor. And many of you know my journey started that with before I got all of my licensing and everything put together, my mother was definitely sure of saying, you know what, I want you to be credible. And so, with that being said, she was like, we need to at least get you first and foremost certified. And that's what I was. I was certified lifestyle relationship counselor. And then, as you all saw, I was going through school. I was doing everything that I needed to do. I was getting my degrees and everything that I needed for me to pivot and become the relationship lifestyle counselor that I am, and to bring forth the information as a psychologist and as this person who wants to bring forth education and empowering you to live beyond those restraints that we place in our mind. And this is what gave birth and gave way to Whispers in a Bottle. And I have to tell you all that if I look back on this journey just a year ago, did I really think that it was going to be something this dynamic? Did I really think that I was going to be able to really kind of keep this energy and momentum going? No, I didn't. But as I got more invested in the time that we were sharing together, it just became so evident that this is what I wanted to do. This is what I love to do, and being able to really kind of come in here and speak to you all, have you all give me your comments and everything that, you do, and feedback that you give me freely is awesome. I mean, like, you all are always, always in the chat box. You guys always are making sure that I am just 100% backed at all times. And Whisperers, this is the thing, you all have developed such a voice of your own, and things that you say to me, what you email to me, and even connecting with me on Instagram as well as our Facebook group is just wonderful. And I think sometimes, like, as air personalities and public figures, we don't get to sit back and really take a time to really thank you all, because literally without our audience and without those that are really invested in spending their time, and this is quality time, we wouldn't have the success that we have. I wouldn't be able to do the things that I'm doing, and I would not be able to produce the things that I'm producing. I hear you guys when you're telling me that you have issues, that you have relationship woes, that you are having crisis in your life, even because that's what Whispers in a Bottle has given to us, that pure connection that we have. So, was it easy? By far not. Has it been easy? By far not. Um, a lot of my time is spent developing a lot of things, really researching and pouring into what I'm telling you all. And not just to turn it out like today, turn the mic on and I'm just talking. No, it is not that way. Not even for this show, which I am encouraging you all, and I'm hoping that you all will definitely join me today at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on our home channel at www.blogtalkradio.com/whispers in a bottle, because I'm telling you, today's show is going to be dynamic. We have a group that's actually going to be in our live Zoom room. And this is the other thing. You all have poured out in such dynamic ways, even for that. Like your book clubs, your social clubs, your clubs that you have that you want to connect, that I get to come into your group via our private Zoom connect. And to connect with you all, you guys pour your questions into the chat box there. I get to interact with you before the show, and then I get to interact with you after my show. It has been so incredible. I cannot begin to say how much it has impacted me. Someone who is just I'm so in awe of things. Like, I don't care how much you grow or you have fame that comes to you, or this recognition of sorts. It's never the same as like when you connect and you get your first time of switching on that microphone. And when I come in and I say, "Good afternoon, Whispers," it is that energy that just kind of like pow knocks me in every single time. I can be tired before I get on the air, but when I get in here with you all, you guys ignite things. And I mean, like, seriously, just kind of make me kind of sit back and take a look at things and resonate in such a way. You know, it was so funny. I was a part of a conversation just recently. And if you're not on Clubhouse, you got to get on Clubhouse. You got to join me over there. You think I'm doing stuff here? Honey, you should see me over there. I'm doing some stuff. Matter of fact, launched my own room, my own club over there. It's called the Round Table of Intention. My co-host of the show is Najaam P, who you all have just loved and just have really just taken such a great connection to. And I love that, because that's what I'm about. I'm about connecting and making sure that we're bringing forth something dynamic here on Whispers in a Bottle. But she and I are in there having real conversations. We're talking about, what is it, intention or intentional? Does your marriage elevate you, or does it sink you? I mean, we're really taking on conversations. And then you get to join us on stage, because it's all audio. There, it's not visual, so you don't have to be worried, Whispers, because some of you all say you would love it, but you just are not that type of person to get on camera. That's okay. Because if you have a Droid, or even if you have an iPhone now, Droids are invited to come on to Clubhouse. You can join Clubhouse and join me by making sure that you follow me. Follow me. Click there, click on my face and follow. Because I'm telling you, in the hallways where I'm going and the rooms that I'm in and speaking on those stages and platforms, I'm really pouring in and tapping into things that you all may not get to always hear right here on this show. But this is the thing. We have such a personal journey that we're on, that it's dynamic what we're doing here on Whispers in a Bottle. I mean, we turned up for a year. We turned up for a year. Yes, we did. Yes, we did. And so, I mean, like, seriously, you all should be applauding yourselves. Matter of fact, let me put some applause up in here for you all. Since you all not doing it, I will do it for you. Hold on a second. Isn't it great? You deserve it. Take a bow. Woo-hoo! It is that good. 1 solid year we have been doing this. Yes. Feel it. Get into it. Yes. And it's that good, Whisperers, because we have really been doing things that are just kind of leading us into a direction that we may not have ever thought we would be in. And, even as far as it goes, like this year has been a little challenging for me because, like I said, without my mom around, it's a different energy. I never thought like I'd be celebrating this major milestone without her, but it's not like really celebrating without her, but she's physically not here. But everything that you hear, like my voice, the words that I say, the journeys that I take you on, the examples that I use, they are the things that she poured into me as a young person, as an adult, because myself and my mother, we've had such a dynamic friendship throughout my life. Even as a child, my mom was just she was such a woman that was like beyond her time. I like to say that. Like they say, a good wine has to age and it just has that, breathes when you open it. Well, my mom was just that. My mom was that person that she just had the ability to just see things in such a way and to bring forth this energy within you. So for myself, she always poured into me and always gave me such great lessons. She spoke to me from her heart. And the one thing I could say, my mom always said she wanted her children to know her. And I knew her. I mean, the funny things that she would do, even though it would drive me crazy sometimes, even like calling me at 3 and 4 o'clock in the morning. I have an idea. I know what you need to do. I see what you're doing. And I think we should do this for the business, or we should do this for that, and it'd be like 4 in the morning and she's wide awake. Like it was like in the afternoon. And that is what the energy and my focus has been here on Whispers in a Bottle, to really develop that connection with you all. I wanted you all to see me as an extension, as someone who is not just this voice that comes into your home or into your car or wherever you're listening to Whispers in a Bottle, but somebody that wanted to connect and bring a genuine, authentic conversation to you all. And that's what I feel that I'm developing here. And as I grow and we go into our second year, oh my goodness, we're going to be doing some things. I'm working on some things for us that we're going to start, building out a little bit more, having some different discussions, having you all come in and I want to do a live discussion where you all just are free to just kind of pop in and just speak on air with me and not just feel like you have to listen, because like I tell you, the best part of my time is when you guys pop in your questions, when you um send me your emails. Like I get tons of emails from you all and I love it because I get to sort through them. I try to answer as many as I can. We take some and we turn them into segments. And even for you all who have written in and that have shared so many of your stories and have allowed me to even share them on air and to bring them in on topics here, I can't begin to tell you how humbling it has been and how I feel like I'm just being used in such a way that is encouraging. And so I hope that I always make you all proud as the voice of Whispers in a Bottle. I hope that I can always be here and just always connected. And if there's something I'm saying that you all don't like or you all feel like I should change, guys, you have a voice. You have a voice, and I listen very well. I have developed that skill to a T, I tell you. Um, Before I go on any further, I also want to say I want to thank my family. And I'm going to take the minute to just kind of pour into them a little bit because um they sacrifice a lot even for me to be able to do this with you all, because as a therapist and then running a business and having this show and all, sometimes my time isn't as free for them, but they are always so supportive of everything that I do. And my daughter, she is just like this beautiful little butterfly, and she's developing into such a great young person. And I get to have the opportunity of looking at her and seeing certain things that, even through the eyes of topics or different things that I've said here, to hear her kind of say back or watch her mimic the things that I'm doing, and to be a great um little person. And somebody already knows that she's a busy bee. Yes, she's a busy bee, but she is definitely a star. She is a shooting star, and I'm grateful for her each and every day. And then, of course, many of you don't know, but I do have a fabulous other half, and my husband is one that I honestly can say he is not just my husband, but he is my best friend. He is someone who has celebrated me along the way, and being a person that um, is in the public eye all the time, and I have a different persona in the public eye and different things that I have to be a part of. He is so secure in his self of being able to share me freely with you all. And never do I feel that there's a competition or jealousy or anything like that. Because it's like I always say, like, we have people in our lives that are like the grand elephants in our lives, that they allow us to step up on their back so we can reach a little bit higher, that we can dream a little bit bigger and go a little bit further. And I don't really say a lot of things a lot of times, because I'm actually what you all see is funny, because I'm actually very quiet. I'm very quiet. And but I'm also a person who, I don't say a lot all the time, but I am a person who shows my appreciation and my my love through my actions. And so I get to have a person who really just accepts me and loves me at a level that is grand. Because as an artist, as a creator, a therapist, and everything, you know, we have a lot of different elements of ourselves that, as a creative, it can be difficult to put up with a lot of things that we're doing, because we're developing this, or we're thinking all the time, or whatever. But literally, I can go to him and I can talk to him and I can bring forth things to him that maybe no one else would hear. But I always appreciate that he values me in that way, and I really value him in that way. And so, Whispers, as we grow in our journey, this is our first year together. We have so many things that we're going to go on this journey with. I have new clients that are pouring in and that I'm able to connect with, and I'm praying that I can continue to encourage, uplift, and help them to broaden uh, their uh, their borders and their prospects, and the way that they think of things and view things, because it's the way that our mindset has to be. And my mindset is one that I want to always keep growing. And so that's what you all allow me to do. That's what my family allows me to do. I mean, my brother, I have been, I have like, my brother is like, seriously, like, cool. he's cool. Like, like I'm the baby and I can actually say like I got some cool people in my pocket. He celebrates me all the time. And he's always impressed because, like I told you, I've always been a quiet child and I never really said much as a child. So to hear me and to hear me on the radio is incredible because he's just like, wow, is this what you was thinking all those years? And I was like, yeah, a lot of stuff I was thinking all those years, and it's nice to be able to see how people see you through their eyes or how their vision even changes of you, because that's the dynamics of things. So you know what, I am honored to be here and say that I am your host. I'm honored to say that I get to usher in some of the best topics that we ever have. And I'm praying that as we move into our year two, that I can even do better. I can do bigger and I can do better for you all. And that I want you to challenge me. I definitely want you to challenge me. I want you guys to write in and have me take on topics that you feel I need to be taking on and things that I want to talk about. Now, let me just tell you something. Don't forget that I am a therapist, I am a counselor here, and that I am not going to be doing topics that are outside of my roadhouse. Okay. So don't ask me to, because I don't have any suggestions on the gossip of the latest magazines. I have none of that. And this is not a gossip show, and I won't be pouring into you with gossip because I don't do that. But if it's regarding mental health, if it's regarding your lifestyles, relationships, um, as a fashion psychologist, helping you all to understand the dynamics of your body, the beauty of it all, the color theories, the different things and aspects that really pour value into you, I want to be a part of that. I want to be that instrument for you guys. And so I encourage you all to connect with me all the time. I want you all to connect with me on Instagram because, I said my Insta family is just as dynamic as you all. And you all are whisperers and I love it. And you all can even follow me on my master page, which is La Paz Imaging, for La Paz Image Consultants. Look for my face and you can connect. Because everything that's regarding La Paz or whatever, it's all branded under me. And I'm so I'm really taken back by this journey. And I just I'm humbled by it every day. I'm thankful for being able to use my voice. And I hope as I grow even more that I can become like that go-to person that you feel that you can go to and talk to about a little bit of everything and anything, because I want to open myself up like that to you all. And I just thank you all. I thank my family. I thank my friends, all my associates, business partners. Of course, Team La Paz is just the bomb. You guys are, Nelson, I want to say that, all things are possible that I do because of with you. And, you drive me hard, but I love you nonetheless. And you are such a dynamic energy that I'm so thankful that we partnered, and I'm so grateful that you bought into me before I even did, because literally Nelson has been a part of my journey for so long. He has known me for so many years. I just appreciate you just always being willing to step up. Even when I had to take my hiatus, he made sure that La Paz was right on the dime. He made sure that you whisperers were being fed with our topics, even through our social media. I may not have been here on the air, but he made sure that he was tapped into you all online through our social media platform, and also making sure that you all was receiving your newsletters and pouring into you in that way. All of you whisperers that sent such dynamic messages to me throughout that hiatus was just incredible. Lindsay Miles, who could ask for a better branding and marketing director? I appreciate you so much, Linz. I know sometimes we bang heads, but it's always good. And and just as it says, Nelson has been a great team player, and Mia is proud of what you've become, which is the truth. That is the truth. Nelson, it touches me, and I don't want to cry on here and get all emotional and everything, but I so appreciated even you stepping up to teach Mia how to use certain things on the platform for the business, and to help her to be able to tap into things that she needed as a manager as well. And just your constant, checking on her every day, calling her, and just being there as that great creative director that you are, that you do so well without any kind of, you know, push or anything. You're just like a person who is as driven. And I think why we do so well together is because we push each other, we make each other better. And I love that about you. Amanda, I don't want to forget you, because without you, guess what? We wouldn't get scheduling done. We wouldn't have emails going out correctly. Everybody would not be receiving their newsletters. Team La Paz and all is just, you guys are dynamic. My Parisian team, thank you, Marisol. Thank you, Andre. Thank you, Andrea. Portia and Antonio. I appreciate you all so much. The work that you all do, the things that you do to keep that office going and just connected there is dynamic. And I think like we're going to have a bigger, better, year as it comes about. I have great things that we're trying to produce and doing. And so, like I said, this is a team. This is not just a team, it's a family. And as I build out more for, us going forward, Whispers, you are in for a treat. And you know what? I'm even going to do a show that I'm going to invite my daughter to do with me one day, because I want you all to hear our young people, hear what they're thinking, know what they're thinking, because you know what? They may be little, but they're just as dynamic, and we need to be pouring into them. And so I'm going to be doing some different things, even as far as that goes. And I have something special that I'm trying to develop with that. But I think it's going to be fun. I plan on next year, like next season, I want to interview my husband, and that you all get to hear his voice, know what he's about, and see what he's about, because he's a pretty cool guy. And don't tell him I said that though, but he really is. He's actually really dynamic. I just think so much of him. I love him so much. And we've had hiccups, but we ride strong together. We are a team, and that is what it means, team. And we get frustrated with each other at times, but I am grateful. I'm grateful. I want to give a shout out to my in-laws, which I don't call them in-laws. They're parents. They're my parents. I love them dearly. I think they're such wonderful people, because you know what? They gotta be, because I got their son and I love him. I enjoy being a part of the family. I love my mother-in-law so much. Her name is Denise, and she is just fabulous. If you see this woman's style, she's just like on it. And she's just the sweetest person, and quirky, but she's cool. And I love that about her. And I love that she loves me, and she loves me for who I am. And I love that. Of course, Nana and Pop, I love you guys so much. I feel like through all this, you all have always been a constant, and Pop is always, that voice. He's not afraid to be stern and get on me, because what you guys don't know is that, I could be a tough nut at times. I could be a little hard to crack, and I have a little temper that goes behind it and everything too, but it makes Sonya LaRae Sonya LaRae. It's just one of those dynamic things. To know me is to really love me, I say to people, because I'm passionate. I'm so passionate. And I think you guys get to realize and see that too with me here on this show with you all. So, I am honored to be here with you all. I'm looking forward to our second year together. I just want us to grow and do better. I want you all to invite others to our community and just engage with me. Don't forget, come over to Instagram. Follow me on Instagram. Make sure that you're following me there. Make sure that you join our community on Facebook, because that's where you get to really tap into me. That's where you get to connect with me. And if you're on Clubhouse, get over there if you're not. I'm telling you, dynamic things are happening on that app, and they're doing things and people are connecting. And I mean, you could really hear my voice on there and connect with it, because just as I'm pouring in here, I'm doing the same there. But it's even on a bigger scale because it's different topics, different people that are really tapping into me as well. And so, I am just grateful. We are 1 year strong, and we are going to hopefully keep going. I'm hoping that we'll keep growing the way that we've been growing. And I'm going to get some more applause on that. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Eat it up. Eat it up. Because you all deserve it. You all are the wind beneath the wings. You all have become the family. And Whispers in a Bottle Grown Talk Cocktail Fridays is only possible because you all keep tapping in. And that was for you. That was the celebration for you. That means I'm celebrating you all. And it's not just all about me, it is all about us, because that is the truth of the matter. There is an us here. And so, everybody that has poured into me, my team, my family, my friends, my associates, all of you all in the fashion industry, because don't forget, I know who you are, you know who you are, and we rock hard together. And I appreciate everything that you all do for me. And I just want to take just a second and say this, that if I had to change anything, I wouldn't know what to change, because this has been such a great pleasure for me, and it is a great pleasure for me. And I love what I get to do on a daily basis. And so when I get to come in here every Friday, it's the best turn up that I possibly can do. And but I get to have dynamic people that hold me down to keep me in this position. And I pray that I never, ever lose sight of that, or become so haughty that I forget to turn around and thank you all, or appreciate that you spend your time with me. And I'm honored to say that I'm your host. So, with that being said, you are listening to Whispers in a Bottle Grown Talk Cocktail Fridays. I am your host, Sonya LaRae, lifestyle relationship counselor, fashion psychologist, educator, and motivational speaker. But most importantly, grateful that I have 1 year under my belt and I got to celebrate with you all. I hope you all have a dynamic weekend. I hope you all will come and join me at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time at www.blogtalkradio.com/whispers in a bottle, because guess what? That show is going to be totally different from this show, and you aren't going to want to miss it. And thank you all so much for always rocking with me, always being here, always being present, which is great. And I'm so grateful to say, don't forget to join me next week for another dynamic topic on the power of self-talk. So, okay, guys, make sure you stay safe, wear your mask, wash your hands, and remember, protect our little people that cannot be vaccinated, because they still need to be safeguarded. And until next week, enjoy yourselves. All right, guys, talk to you later.